Hey guys! First of all, a huge thank you to everyone who always supports me and my channel and subscribed. Please help me to share my content and leave a comment for the algorithm. My grow videos always have an age restriction, so they get recommended to way fewer people. In other words, I'm screwed. But now enjoy today's video. In today's run I want to show you again how I grow and harvest the gorilla Glookies organically. I'm the breeder myself and I created this strain by crossing a Glookies with a gorilla glue. To germinate I used an 8-liter fabric pot with pre-fertilized soil that you can get from any grow shop. Then placed the seed about 2 cm deep in the center of the soil, sprayed water directly onto the seed once using a small spray bottle, covered the seed with soil and moistened the surface again with a few sprays. I then left the pot in the tent at over 15 degrees Celsius and checked it daily until the seedling emerged. As soon as the seedling emerged, the plant was placed under an 18-hour light cycle. Day 1 is counted from the moment the seedling emerged and shed its seed coat. If you would like to see exactly how this works, feel free to watch my video on the vegetative stage. This plant is a photoperiodic plant, which means that it will only enter the flowering stage once the light cycle is set to 12 hours of light. Let's take a quick look on the setup. The setup is a 70 by 70 by 160 cm Spider Farmer complete grow tent kit with the Spider Farmer SF1000 LED, a 100mm or 4-inch inline fan, a 100mm or 4-inch activated carbon filter and the 6-inch Spider Farmer clip fan with different speeds and adjustable oscillation. The entire setup is automatically monitored and controlled via the GGS smart controller. I personally really like using the Spider Farmer app as it is a very simple and hassle-free solution. If you're interested, check out the links in the video description and use my code 420Lexikon for an 8% discount on all Spider Farmer products. For the first 2 weeks I watered the plant only with a small spray bottle. Once the plant got a little bigger, I started watering it properly. I go by how heavy the pot feels. I simply lift the pot before and after watering. Once you have done this often enough, you will know that a dry pot weighs almost nothing and you should let the pot dry out a little before each watering. The amount of water is simply adjusted to the plant's drinking behavior. If the pot dries out too quickly, I water it more the next time, but always be careful not to overwater. It's better to give too little water than too much. I water with tap water that has been left to stand for 12 to 24 hours. I do not adjust the pH value and I do not use liquid fertilizers. During the vegetative stage, I try to keep the humidity above 60% and the temperature above 25 degrees Celsius. In addition, the plant generally has a higher nitrogen requirement during the vegetative stage. Among other things, nitrogen is responsible for the plant's green color. Nitrogen is essential for cell division and cell proliferation and is therefore particularly important when leaf and root development reach their peak. Nitrogen is considered a mobile nutrient within the plant, meaning the plant can transport it to wherever it is most needed at the moment. Because of this mobility, the first symptoms of nitrogen deficiency appear on older leaves. The plant draws available nitrogen from the older cells to build new ones. This means that the lower leaves are the first to start turning yellow as soon as the plant can no longer draw enough nitrogen from the soil. Overwatering can also cause this. You can control the node spacing by adjusting the distance of the lamp or the light intensity. During the vegetative stage, I run the lamp at 50% power at a distance of about 20 to 25 centimeters, depending on the desired node spacing. During the flowering stage, the plant's nitrogen requirements decrease, while its phosphorus and potassium requirements increase to support the development of healthy flowers. That's why, before the flowering stage begins, I add about 3 grams per liter of medium, greenhouse-feeding Bio Bloom. This is an organic slow-release fertilizer that supplies the plant with nutrients throughout the entire flowering stage. You mix the fertilizer directly into the soil and then only water it. For me, this is the best method as I don't have time to mix a fertilizer solution every time I water. Furthermore, unlike many others, I honestly don't see any relevant price differences when you consider the amount of products required and the frequency of application. As with nitrogen, the symptoms of phosphorus deficiency first appear on older leaves, indicating that phosphorus is also mobile within the plant and can be transported to where it is most needed at the moment. A few days later, a white mycelium layer forms on the soil surface. This is a beneficial network of fungal threads that promotes microbial life in the soil, breaks down organic matter, and makes nutrients available for the plants. The mycelium is completely harmless to humans, pets, and the plant itself. Here we are in the flowering stage. Here the plant is in the stretch phase. This is the first 2 to 3 weeks of the flowering stage, in which the plant grows 100 to 200% in height, depending on the strain and the length of the vegetative stage. This time I decided to lollipop the plant very late, since the fade had already started early. That's why I left the leaves on as a nutrient reservoir. So the plant draws the nutrients it needs from the leaves and I don't have to fertilize again. I want to emphasize again that I'm doing a home grow in my own style here. I want to keep it as simple as possible. From this point on, I really just need to water the plant until harvest. In every growth stage, the VPD, which stands for vapor pressure deficit, is actually the ideal value that you should focus on. The VPD is influenced by the ratio of temperature to humidity. You can read and adjust your current VPD using charts. There are different charts for each type of lamp. I have included the ones for LEDs in the description. The Spider Farmer GGS controller of course takes this part of work for you and calculates your VPD in real time. Throughout the day, so as long as the lights are on, I keep the recirculating clip fan running simply to reduce the chance of mold developing. In the first few weeks of the flowering stage, I sometimes let the temperature go as high as 29 degrees Celsius. In the last 2 weeks of the flowering stage, however, I'm more careful not to let it go above 25 degrees Celsius to preserve terpenes and cannabinoids. The late discoloration, or specifically the yellowing and drying out of the leaves, is intentional. Towards the end of the flowering stage, so the life of the plant, it uses up all the nutrients from the leaves and then sheds them off. This process is also known as an organic flush and ensures that less chlorophyll needs to be broken down in the final product, resulting in a smoother and more flavorful smoking experience.
hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
This time I didn't play around with 48 hours of only light or only darkness before harvest, since the plant was still in the tent with other plants. On day 64 I harvested the gorilla Glookies.
Gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
To dry the plant I hung it upside down after removing all the larger leaves, i.e. the fan leaves. It is best to hang the plant in a dark place with a temperature of 16 to 19 degrees Celsius and a humidity of 55 to 60% to preserve terpenes and cannabinoids. The plant is fully dried as soon as the first branches snap and no longer bend, so as soon as you hear the first crack. Drying the plant took about 10 days. This is what the buds look like after drying, and the total harvest amounted to about 35 grams. Gorilla Glue is simply one of my favorite strains, which is why I love growing it again and again. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Check out the links in the video description and leave a like and a subscribe to show your support if you enjoy the videos. Otherwise, thanks for watching the video this far, and I'll see you in the next run.